I'm going with the Nook Bell, guys. I'm just gonna rip up the basil leaves. These are the chilies. For me, I like to go in there, but you know what? Lime is essential. For the sake of the video, I'm gonna use this chili paste as well.
David, you are souping up your pho, bro.
What's going on? Everybody knows that the two most popular Asian noodle soups in America are ramen and pho. One of these recently has been at the center of a huge controversy.
And which one are we talking about? Pho! And you know we could not discuss this controversy on how to eat your pho without real Vietnamese representatives, ANHBAN Tran.
Yo, I run a pho shop in Philly, what's good?
And Anna Win.
Hey guys, I've been eating pho my entire life and I've never seen a controversy like this before.
We're at Thang, our favorite pho spot in the entire Seattle area. Let's get in there and discuss the current beef about pho, as well as showing different ways of how to do your pho.
Let's go! Real quick, for the people who don't know what we're talking about, here's a quick breakdown of the situation.
So here's what happened, guys. There was a hipster pho chef from Philadelphia who made an online video for a popular magazine telling people how to properly eat their pho, and a lot of people got upset.
The comment section was lit.
It even had some response videos made by like our friend Jenny Yang, she's a comedian. So today we are gonna be talking about how to eat pho, and right with us, we got a Philadelphia pho chef, ANHBAN Tran.
What's going on? So my family owns a pho restaurant in Kensington, Thang. Check it out if you haven't been through. So you know this controversy came out of Philadelphia, so you know a Philly boy had to set the record straight.
Let's talk about the first most important, most controversial thing that he says in the video. He says you cannot, I repeat, do not pour hoisin sauce and sriracha into your pho broth before tasting it. He said that
destroys the soup.
Destroyed.
That was actually probably the biggest point of contention I saw in the comments.
Yes.
Because I know a lot of people who just, like to do all that in their broth.
Dump your hoisin and sriracha in your soup. It hurts. Destroyed.
He does have a point, because pho, the broth itself, it takes at least 6+ hours just to stew, all right? Definitely taste the broth before you put anything in it, but you're more than welcome to douse it, put it on the side if you want. It's really up to you.
To be honest, Tyler Aiken's point was kind of fair, but the reason why people are so pissed off is because of his tone.
this is a classic case of not what you say, but how you say it.
Respect the broth, but do what you want.
And the second point that was made in this controversial video is that pho is the new ramen.
Yes, pho is on the rise.
Pho and ramen, they don't even have the same noodles. They don't even have the same broth. They don't even use the same meat. So really, there's like no comparison.
You know what? Let's just do the reverse to Western culture. Paninis are the new burgers.
Pho being the new ramen, agree or disagree?
Disagree. They're two completely different dishes.
I'm glad he thinks that pho is trendy, but these two things can exist in the same world.
And the last few things he said in the video were talking about the way he likes to eat pho. Now, the reason why this is controversial is because part of the video kind of contradicts the beginning of the video where he says don't dress up the broth too much, but then he says he prefers to squeeze an entire lime into the soup, which would totally change the taste of that broth.
I think if he had stressed at the beginning of the video that he said this was just his opinion, people probably wouldn't have been as mad.
Throughout pretty much most of the video, he's talking about what not to do and what to do with pho. And he does this interesting chopstick twirl around the noodle, and that's another thing that made a lot of people mad, because they were like, whoa, clearly you don't even know how to use chopsticks right, and you're telling us how to eat pho.
Yeah, I've never really seen that technique, but at the same time, hey man, if you don't know how to use chopsticks, just grab a fork.
Can you guys try that real quick?
Hey, Andrew, should we, hey, I gotta call that chopstick technique the tornado, because I've never seen that before.
See, if you actually know how to use chopsticks, it's hard to do that. So basically what it boils down to, pun intended, what he said technically was not that wrong, but the way he said it, and also probably him not being Vietnamese, hurts his credibility as well.
I feel like, he stepped on some toes just because he didn't show enough respect to the culture.
I get where the magazine was coming from, trying to go to the hipster demographic, but I would have loved to see like an old Asian grandma or something that threw back to tradition.
But we are not just here to recap or analyze the controversy. We are gonna show you guys how we do our pho to offer an alternative.
Okay, so this is pho Thai with rare beef on the side. If you ask for the beefs, especially on the side, they will usually give it to you. So basically, the broth is super hot, and I'm gonna take this and just put it in. Ordering all rare beef on the side is definitely more of a pro move. For some reason, I think it just makes the beef more tender because you kind of put it in yourself. It's like its own mini little hot pot. you know, except minus the flame. So when I get pho, I'm gonna taste the broth first, but usually I like to put in a little bit of splash of the chili oil and actually a little bit of pepper, and then I'll only put a little bit of lime in.
When most people think about pho, they think about pho ball, which is beef pho, and right now we have chicken pho ga, which is a nice little switch up. It's a lot lighter in taste.
At your spot, Thang Long in Philly, you guys raise your own chickens right next door, and then you guys put them in the noodle soup. Eating fresh chicken is a different experience, and I liked it.
And if you're vegetarian, have no fear, there's usually a vegetarian pho option, aka pho gai. This is the standard plate you usually get with your pho: basil, bean sprouts, lime, green chili peppers, or jalapenos. So I'm gonna go over some other options that you may not know you could ask for at a pho restaurant. Here I have some cooked bean sprouts. Who knew you could actually ask for them cooked instead of raw? Here we have some green scallions. They'll usually put it in your pho, pre-done, but you can always order some more. Sometimes I like to put a lot. Last but not least, we have some raw onions and some raw vinegar onions. You can ask for these on the side, but they might cost you a little extra.
But you know what I have never seen before, and you guys are putting me on game right now, to the vinegar and white onions. You guys getting the inside scoop right now. Last but not least, I have the combination pho with so many different cuts of meat. I got pho dak biet. AB, you told me, are you gonna get the nook bell? I don't know what that is.
Alright, so nook bell is pretty much the fat that's skimmed off the top of the broth. Grab your spoon, put a little bit on there. It'll add a little bit more flavor to your broth.
I'm going with the nook bell, guys. Yo, that's crazy. I think I just added 500 calories to it. Okay. Yeah, that's rich. I'm just gonna rip up the basil leaves. These are the chilies. For me, I like to go in there. They've got fish sauce here.
Alright, so there's already fish sauce in the broth, but some people like to add a little bit more.
I've never seen someone use this on the side unless it was really flavorless.
And you know what? There's nook mom. Let's do it.
Oh, that's crazy.
Would you guys agree with me if the lime is essential?
It is, but some people actually use way too much lime, but hey, that's definitely an option that you have.
For the sake of the video, I'm gonna use this chili paste as well.
Yo, David, you are souping up your pho, bro.
I got the two things that a lot of people do not like in their pho: the tripe and the tendon.
For me, growing up with traditional pho, I definitely like it. I don't always get it, but it's a good option to have.
At a restaurant, I wouldn't order it, but if my grandma puts it in the dish, I'm gonna eat it, and I'm gonna like it.
All right, basically what this comes down to is that you can customize your pho at basically any time that you're eating it. If you want to start off eating it straight up without any sauce, do that, and then maybe halfway through when you want to end it off with a little kick, you can throw all that stuff in. Basically, it's your choice.
So pretty much you can dress pho however you like, but just show respect to the process. It did take 6 hours to make.
So I've been eating pho my entire life, and I think it's pretty cool there's a debate about it. Whether you're on this side or that side, it's cool that people are talking.
I'm just glad that I found out about the nook bell, man. I'm asking for this, okay? All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching that video. Number 1, in the comment section below, make sure you let us know what you think of the pho controversy. Number 2, make sure you let us know how you like to prepare your pho. And number 3, make sure you let us know the next noodle soup that you think might become popular.
And until next time,
How do you like your pho? Peace.
Alright guys, I'm Bon here. Thanks for watching.
I'm Anna, and hopefully we can talk more about pho in the future. Be sure to check out the last video here and the other video there.
Alright guys, I gotta go back to Philly and go cook some pho. I'm out.